Okay, that was weird. Y'all don't have to excuse. I swear I was doing a whole damn stream and the shit didn't pop through. Oh man. So that shit is cool. I don't know why it's acting like that, but it's cool. Why is it pinned? You know what? We just gonna leave it like that. Anyway, oh man, I gotta do this shit over again. Okay, ladies, this video is gonna be about delusion and delusion in the dating atmosphere. Now, I watch a lot of channels that most people they would usually call themselves red pill. Now it's just exposing the truth. I guess nobody wants the red pill label no more since people that was in a red pill kind of destroyed that. But I've had a conversation about, I've already had a video about that. Said red pill should have been a social club, not a movement. I will put the link in the description if y'all interested in my thoughts about that. But this is more or less about, you know, you hear a lot of people saying there's pee in the dating pool. People have their reasons why. If you watch a lot of mostly male channels and exposing female delusion is like the main thing, excuse me, that they want to do. And then they're usually doing this, usually accomplished because you know why? Because a lot of these women are delusional. I don't want to, like, I keep saying I don't want to bash black women or women in general because, but this shit does have to be put up in the forefront. I watch a lot of these channels and a lot of these are exposing some of the women's delusion. And some of these delusions are really crazy. They're not like the majority, but they are the minority. But I do feel like you see a lot of this in the dating pool when you see it. And then that's why, we get to these arguments, so forth. Now, I'm going to show you about three videos from two different creators. The first one is that boy Will. That one is P's World, and I keep thinking his name is Pierre, but I don't know. But P's World. This first one, I showed it to Crystal. Shout out to Crystal, and this woman. And look, I could explain it, but I'd rather you watch it than me explain it. That way, you will get the gist. You will get the gist of it because when you see this, and if you and also support these content creators if you haven't already. Support these content creators and subscribe to them. I know I'm a small channel, but I am getting these from their channel. So I will say this one's coming from that boy Will, and I want y'all to support this channel. I want y'all to show this first one, and this one, like like I said, you just gotta watch.
Answer this. But when's the last time you were intimate with somebody?
Probably a couple of days ago with my baby daddy.
Huh? Oh, okay. So you still having sex with your baby daddy?
Yeah. I was with my baby daddy. My daughter's gonna be 17. We friends, but we not. Like, I gotta go. Like 20 years. My daughter is the only child.
So why y'all just not together?
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
Cause he still want to be a hoe and he want to lie and cheat and sneak and do all of that type of stuff. And yeah, no.
Well, you still having sex with him, so
that don't mean nothing.
You need to leave that dope alone.
This is a mind thing. That don't mean nothing.
I guess what I'm saying is, with you having sex with him, you still sharing him.
I mean, yeah, but not for too long. That's why I'm trying to get me a dude. That's why I'm on here, so I could get me a real nigga.
But don't no nigga want nobody who getting hit by their baby daddy.
You pointing lasers.
Hey, niggas do what they do, so yes, they will. They might come in and change all this all the way around. That's why I'm on this show.
Now, let me tell you something, man. I'm a man, and if I hear that you still getting cracked by your baby daddy,
You want me to lie or tell the truth? Future said, "Fuck them two at a time. Fuck them two at a time."
You quoting Future?
Where I'm at, niggas know I ain't lying. It's a lot on my mind. So
You're quoting Future, ma'am.
I love Future though. I love a lot of his music, but I'm just saying no. So I mean, it is what it is. If I meet somebody and I'm ready to change, I will be willing to work on that and change for them. But that's just what it is. That's where I'm comfortable at. That's what I know. But that's just what it is.
I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you're really serious about bringing somebody who's gonna be serious with you in, you might have to release that.
Yeah, I understand. I get it.
If not, just keep smashing your baby daddy and be with him, because you're sharing him anyway.
No.
You could be happy, but you in the middle of the road.
And he finna walk in the door because I just heard his alarm. So y'all they better inbox me on Instagram.
Oh, he about to walk in?
Yeah.
Girl, you don't want no nigga, you got one.
Yes, I do. This was real quick, and I'm glad that I was on here.
What do you have to say to somebody who might be like, you still with your baby daddy?
We'll talk about it. It depends on how they say it or how they put it. We not together. We just live here because I was trying to buy me a house. So I was trying to save and stack my bread.
Oh,
so,
you live with him?
Yes.
Oh, girl. All right.
Oh, earth is ghetto. I wanna leave. Yeah.
You see what I mean? It's like you watch that, and then like she don't hear herself. I'm still fucking my baby daddy for further, and like her child is in the teens, so they co-parent and all that other stuff. And yet you're still fucking your baby daddy, and you're letting him be a hoe, and you over here trying to look for men where you have a man at fucking home. Ain't no nigga unless he, a real simp or he just trying to get to the cheeks and move the fuck on. He ain't really gonna be dealing with that. You think a regular nigga would deal with that? I think, and a lot of people say, yo, a man with value wouldn't deal with that. And I'm gonna tell y'all something like this: a regular nigga wouldn't deal with that either. Like you gotta be like the scum of the earth and just like to deal with that. You have to. And I'm not calling her scum, but only person that's gonna be that. It's just niggas just looking for some pussy. You don't really care about nothing else but some pussy. Them the only niggas that just gonna at least entertain that. And but anybody hear that and say, what? You still smashing your baby daddy? That nigga live with you, nigga. That's your man. That's and like he even a host said that. That's your man. You want me to just come in and scoop you and take you away from that? This is the delusion that some of these men be talking about when we explain to you women. And it's just like we understand not all women are like this. I tell people not all women are like this, but this is the shit that we're talking about. And I feel like it does fall on deaf ears. But I always say is like this is what you're looking for, then we're gonna be looking for a while. And you know what? I want to know what's the female version of Delusion because there's some female channels I do follow, but when y'all talking about the male Delusion, y'all don't really have videos behind it to prove a point. And then who y'all really talk about like Fresh and Fit, Kevin Samuels, or any other people like you talk about the how can I say this? It's more or less about how they're bad people or they're just toxic or some shit like that. But you don't really like have a video proof of men being toxic. It's just you're saying they're toxic. But when people go to their channel, like Kevin Samuels, they be like, "Oh, I see where the fuck they coming from." And I'm telling, this is what I tell women all the time. It's just like, yo, they usually have evidence. Like, and sometimes a lot of y'all women use evidence, but I feel like most of it backfires on y'all because you think you're right, and maybe you and you're delusional as people think they're right, but most of the time y'all wrong. Y'all dead wrong. But I showed that to my man Clarence, and he was like, "Yeah, somebody would scoop that up." And I was like, "Yo, I don't see that happening." And maybe it's just me. It's just like, yo, niggas with conversations will happen. But if like some niggas gonna be looking at that like shit, I tried. But I just think he's gonna hit that and not really lead, like take her away. Because she's looking for, she's just like, I'm waiting for someone to take me away. Until then, I'm still gonna be piping my baby daddy down because I have needs. Because women are selfish. Now the second video, it come from Peace World. Are we still stream? Yep, we are good. Okay, I had to check my stream because we get to the second part. The second one comes from Peace World. Um, and this one is this woman that she went on multiple dates, and I'm gonna let this one. I'm gonna let this one rock through because these are the next two videos after this. This is the ones. This is the second and third video I was talking about, and I'm gonna let these videos rock because this shit. I was coming home from work and I was watching this and I was like, "Yo, you got to be fucking serious." So when I saw this, I'm like, "Yo, I just watch this. Just watch this video when I bring this up." Ah, shoot. Sorry about that, folks. Hold on.
I have always wanted to do one of these and I'm taking it so seriously I even put my glasses on, so let's go. My dating wrapped 2023. Okay, how many dates did I go on this year? 14. I think that's a good number. Personally, I think it's a great number. Of all of those dates, how many did I go on with each person? Majority of them were first dates, 2 of them were second dates, and 1 of them was a second and a third date. Again, I don't think.
Now, I want to know this firsthand. Women, if any women ever comes to my channel, I want to know how many dates do you usually go on in a year? Because to me, 14 is a lot. And the fact that you went on 14 dates and like none of them was compatible, how many dates women do you usually go on a year? I want to know firsthand.
I think that's too bad. I think we're doing okay.
How do you go on 12 first dates, but only 1 third date? Huh?
Where did I meet these people? Majority Hinge. Shout outs to Hinge. There's options there. Not great ones, but options nonetheless. Few from Bumble, 1 from Tinder. Okay, what kind
You got Hinge, Tinder, and Bumble. You got the trifecta.
of dates did I go on? Too many drinks and too many dinners. I've had enough to eat, I've had enough to drink. I want more activity dates. The activity dates, 10 out of 10. Those were the successful ones. Okay, their jobs. Please don't judge me. A few unemployed. I was trying to be a humble babe this year. I was trying to be open-minded. A few of them were unemployed, but 2024, that won't see me again. No more. That was too much stress. A lot of finance bros, which is weird because I don't know maths. But I was doing finance. I don't know why I was dating finance bros. And then artists. I don't think I can manage artists no more. No. Okay, so who ended things? I did a lot of ghosting this year, but next year we're going to be a communicative babe. A few mutual ghostings to be expected. One of them dumped me. But that's a story for another day. We move. How many of them did I actually like? I liked 2 of them, and 2 out of 14. I actually don't think that's too bad. I think that's actually pretty good. So, yeah. Let's look at the positives. Okay, 60% of them were over 6 foot tall. That was not intentional, but it's a nice to have. I only experienced 1 heartbreak, For a sensitive babe, I actually think that's not too bad. And I managed to maintain my sanity, so we can only go up from here. The negatives. One was secretly engaged, but that's a story for another day. One of them was a raging homophobe. I don't understand why he was so invested in what his problem was, but he was a weirdo. And one was clearly still in love with his ex. Why am I here? Why are we on this first date if we're just going to talk about your ex for 75% of the time? I don't. Anyway, in conclusion, I am still single, so yeah.
You guys let me know. Am I tripping? Going on 12 first dates.
He's gonna go on a spill, but before he does, I'm gonna just say this: like, yeah, 12 first dates is fucking bananas, and then like the fact that only two of those dates you will actually like that. She's like, that's not bad. That's not bad. It's just like 2 out of 14, well, 2 out of 12. So that's like 1/6 of your dates went terrible. One six. If we're doing the math for like 1/6 of your dates went sour. It's just sour. Just, and then like one of them like had a wife and all that other stuff. It's just like, first of all, like, and she was complaining about the first drinks thing. Like, a man is just trying to get to know you. So yes, he's going to know you over like dinner and a movie, because that's the easiest way to get to know a person. You sit down, you have a conversation with him. Now, activity things, that's just him being spontaneous and fun. But to me, as far as first date goes, yeah, it's dinner or movie. I'm old school, very old school tradition. I've done the dinner and the movie thing. It's like it's the places where we can sit down and talk. I'm not really going to be doing a lot of movement and all that stuff. I just want to sit down and talk. And most women I took them to dinner and a movie. I paid for everything, and like they never had to split the bill. I always paid for everything. One girl, and I told a story about it. Like, I took her to a pool hall. We played pool, and then we went to, it was at a Waffle House or IHOP, but because that was the only day that was open, it was near at that time. And she had like I had a steak. I forgot what she had, and I paid for everything. And she was going to pay for my shit too. And I told her, no, I'm going to pay for it and all that other stuff. She really wanted to pay, but I was like, nah. And we kissed that night too. It was just like, it was cool. But I long story short, I paid for this shit. But I just went on a date recently with a woman, and I took her to a bar in DC. And stuff. Went to a rocket bar, tried to get to talk to her. Then we went to another bar, and I paid for everything. I paid for the drinks and paid for the food. But that's just one date. That's like one date of this year. She has 14. Now I understand, like, and then she was on all three dating websites: the Tinder, the Hinge, and the Bumble. And like, I fucking hate Bumble. I really do hate Bumble. But we'll get to that another story. Like this, like a lot of this shit she was saying, it was just like, and first off, the people who she was dating, like the unemployed people, why the fuck would you want to? And this is the problem, because women. This is why women have this attitude. It's just like, I don't want to date no broke man. I don't want to date no broke man. It's just like, then why are you going on dates with this woman? Is obviously going on dates with him. He had to be cute enough for you to be like, yo, I want to take him on a date and pay for everything. At that point, it's not Ben's fault. That's your fault. You knew he was unemployed. You knew he wasn't going to pay for shit. And yet, y'all went anyway. Your fault. Also, and then, like, I think that's as much as I can say about her. There's another video on his that, here we go. I think this is it. This one kind of blew me. All right. And this one I might talk in between, but this one blew me because of the way she was speaking.
Days seems like pulling teeth. It seems like it's the most hardest, stressful thing in the world. The men are poor. Yeah. The men are broke. Okay? They don't have it. They don't have it. See, back in the day, because we live under the patriarchy, especially here in America, a man assumed the entire financial risk of dating. And it worked back in the day because men had disposable income. Now, capitalism is crushing all of us. The men don't have disposable income. So they can't even afford to spend, you know what I'm saying, $40, $50 at the movie with a woman unless they feel like they're 200% sure that it's going to work out. But the reality is you can never be 200% sure without dating that person. Like, they're trying to skip steps instead of just acknowledging the fact that they're broke. The average man is
Who are you dating? Who are you dating? Now, a lot of women usually come up with this statement that men are broke and all the other stuff. The women make more than the men and all that stuff. If you follow Medium Man, and he breaks down statistics all the time. Um, First of all, the black and if we're going about race, because she is a black woman, the black men still make more money than black women. All right, black men are making about 50K, and women make about 44K. So, and even in 2023, men has out earned women this year, especially black men. Black men has out earned their counterparts this year as well. So you can't really, you gotta miss me with the men are broke bullshit.
Truly being priced out of dating. But the thing about men is that men very seldom want to do the work to improve their chances of finding a happy, healthy relationship that meets their standards, right? They don't want to get better jobs or maybe another job. Capitalism killing all of us. They don't want to reevaluate what's important to them in a woman. They don't want to get a personality. Read a fucking book. Read a book. Have something to talk about when you're talking to women. The men don't have anything to talk about.
This one I also agree with because a lot of y'all women think y'all the shit. Some of y'all are not. Some of y'all are boring, and some of y'all like I've gone on like live websites or live Instagram video feeds where these women go live, and it's always like instead of them being entertaining, they'll be like, "Talk to me. I'm bored. Talk to me. How are you doing? What's going on? I'm bored." And they get some of the middle channels, they're doing shit. They're doing shit to be engaging. They're having personalities. They're motherfucking having fun or whatever the fuck they're doing. It's just like, and then you look at some of the women's joints, they're just sitting there on their phones. And you give it a, oh, thank you. And go back to what they're doing. But let's continue.
And they're in denial instead of just accepting all of these things and like doing the work to like better position themselves. The men would rather find excuses as to why it's the woman's fault that dating is so hard. We live in a patriarchy. When it comes to dating and romantic relationships, it's always going to be the man's fault because the men set the tone.
I would love to know if there's a correlation between women who cry about the patriarchy and singleness. I guarantee there is. But it's interesting because you speak about a happy, healthy relationship, but for 75% of your video, you talk about money. Now look, disposable income is a problem for a lot of people. Men are still doing better than women, but disposable income is a problem. But if you really think that is the reason why dating is the way it is, you're delusional. Now, there are a specific type of women who have a specific type of look that will attract broke men. So if that's your problem, maybe, take a look in the mirror. The reason why dating is the way it is right now, in my opinion, is because of a lack of family dynamic. Most people weren't raised in good families, so they don't know what to look for when they're dating. Morals are messed up. Everything is messed up. So you have women like yourself crying about money, 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 money. Your dad was probably broke, or probably he wasn't there. It's one of the two. Because if he was there, he would have taught you about a man's character, a man's values. These things are more important.
There's the rest of it is about lesbians and their dating, and I want to, which I also kind of want to bring up because this one. I know I said 3 videos, and I just went through 3 videos, but let's just call this a bonus one.
And evil, and we broke up, and my heart was quite literally smashed into smithereens. And I was like, you know what, the only logical reaction to this feeling is for me to flee the country. So I decided I was going to move to New Zealand and like start a new life. Like I had plans to change my name, and like I was going to wipe my phone of all my contacts, like start a new life. Like I literally didn't even ever want to hear my name again. And I'm really, really grateful that now like I love my name. You couldn't pay me to change it, and I love my life and I love everybody in it. And it's just so it's had me thinking like, wow, I was in such a bad place and now I'm in an amazing place and my life is, I feel like this is a religious word, but it's like fruitful.
So what I find interesting about
Bad. I think we're doing okay.
how do you go on 12?
I'm over here pressing random buttons. Anyway, okay. Judge by the black this chick. We're gonna start with her. Where's she at?
That's insane.
We're gonna start with her first. I don't even know how to think this is the X button. Okay. Calling men broke. The reason why people we are a lot of men are like we are looking at the dating pool and we're like, is it worth taking a risk? And some of y'all are not worth taking that risk. Y'all wanna go on $500 dates and all that other stuff. And nigga, that's rent. That's the light bill for some people. Y'all, these women want men to spend their whole rent money just to impress them, just for them to barely give him any pussy. Now, don't get me wrong, you don't have to give him vagina at the end of a date. You're not entitled to, nor do I say you should or you are entitled to. You is your body, you do what you want, you do what's comfortable with you. But being that said, I've always told people if I'm spending over $200, I better be fucking. That's just me. It's just like because I want to. That's to me. That's setting the boundary. It's just like you wanted my money. It's just like if I spend over $200, you and me we fucking. And I throw that out there just so they can say no. Like if I spend $200 on you, we fucking. I've said that plenty of times. But women be like, "Oh my god, you so toxic. Nobody want that." But that to me, that's just setting your boundaries. Just like when women set their highest delusional boundaries, it's just like, and I don't even think that's delusional. It's just like, are you worth a light bill, like a $500 dinner? What makes you think you are worth a $500 dinner? And then, like, just because you're a businesswoman and just because you have a job, I don't care about that. It's like, how good are your values? Like, a lot of men say this: we don't care about your job. We don't care about what you do. Now, if you do make six figures, congratulations, because you make six figures. Not a lot of people do that. But also, you know, I'm not spending all that money on a date if I barely get to know the person, especially if the date really goes sour. I'm not fucking grinding for that mystery. Um, you would know. Also, her, not her, her, her. Most people don't understand this, but lesbian relationships are some of the most toxic. A lot think that men are toxic, and then it's women like they start dating other women, they realize they're toxic. Like they're like the lesbian relationships are the most toxic in domestic violence. A lot of people put out this 70%. Oh, these women know how to lead and some shit like that. Sometimes they don't. The lesbians get married, they get tired of the women too. So it's just like, what do you guys say about that? As your favorite for this? I want to know from people. It's just like what will you get that? What's funny? The domestic violence shit. Because lesbian relationships are more likely to have domestic violence in a relationship than any other type of. The least is gay men, which I'm not surprised because men can get along with each other. Even if we do fight, we're dapping it up, we scratch it up, and sometimes you don't even know about it. So, but women, you will know about it, especially if they used to date and they broke up. You would know about it. Now, it's the last. I think, this is about it. In conclusion, now like I said, I don't want to just start harping on the ladies. I want to know if there is a man version of these delusional shits because I would like to see one myself. I'm just curious. I would love to see one myself. See what the other side of that coin is because maybe if men take a look at that side, maybe we can find something to fix. But as far as I'm concerned, somebody that just want to complain and never really fix the problem. And if it fix the problem, God help our children, because they're gonna have a worse dating experience than we are. But that is my story, and I'm sticking to it. To my name is Oskino Fly, and I am out. Peace.